balanced news and severe weather coverage. This is Fox 11 News at 10.
Much of our area is now in the grips of Winter Storm Everett. Good evening and thanks for joining us here at 10. Following a taste of spring, we're back under a snowy spell.
That's right, and before Winter Storm Everett is done with us, it looks to give us a couple of more inches of snow before it's said and done. Right now we go to Fox 11's Chief Meteorologist Patrick Powell. And Patrick, how much snow do you think Everett's going to bring us?
It'll be 4 to 7 inches for almost the entire area. Far northern sections a little bit less. And when I say far northern, I mean near the UP border. And there may be an 8-inch amount along the lakeshore. But for everybody else, which is just about everybody, it's going to be 4 to 7 inches. You can see widespread moderate snow throughout the central and southern portions of the area. Fond du Lac, Berlin, Oshkosh, Kiel, New Holstein. Moderate snow has been happening for a few hours now. It has started within the last, say, hour and a half here in Green Bay and De Pere. It's been about 2 to 2.5 hours in Appleton. But the moderate snow continues to spread north and fill in some of this low-level dry air that's still in place around Mountain and, say, Townsend over to about Crivets. That is all being filled in. And we'll continue with moderate snow, it looks like, throughout the overnight hours, probably until 5 or 6 a.m. And then the snow is going to start to fall apart very early tomorrow morning. We have winter storm warning in the lakeshore counties until noon tomorrow. For Door County, southern Oconto, and the remainder of our counties southward, it is a winter weather advisory that runs until noon tomorrow. We'll take a full look at Winter Storm Everett in 10 minutes.
All right, thanks so much, Patrick. Let's now take a look at the 511 map showing the current road conditions. There are quite a few slippery stretches, which are indicated by the color of purple. The blue lines show the roads that are snow covered right now.
And for an on-scene look at the roads, we go to our Fox 11 Storm Chaser. Meteorologist Christian Palacio is in the passenger seat. And Christian, where are you right now and how are the conditions?
Ben, right now we are on northbound I-41. We are right around Wrightstown, and right now the roads are just starting to get the snow accumulation pop up. A little bit less in comparison to the Appleton area, but nevertheless visibility has dropped and a lot of the cars are slowing down. We are going about 45 miles per hour. And just to kind of give you some status updates on what the airports are reporting, Green Bay Austin Straubel International, it's about 30 degrees right now, which is close to the freezing point. That's giving us the light snow and mist and visibility about 1.25 miles. And Appleton International is reporting 28.4 degrees with light snow and only a mile of visibility. So if you happen to be driving outside right now, just make sure you slow down, give yourself a little bit of space in between cars, and of course we'll continue to provide you more updates on Winter Storm Everett. But for now, reporting from the Fox 11 Storm Chaser, meteorologist Christian Palacio, and back to you.
Thank you, Christian. Stay safe and keep up to date on the weather by downloading the Fox 11 weather app. You can do so by scanning the QR code on your screen. It's your best tool to help with what to expect with the weather. And be sure to tune in to Good Day Wisconsin starting at 4:30 for the latest on Everett and morning road conditions. Meteorologist Phil DeCastro will be live in the Storm Chaser.
Snow days can mean shorter summers for a lot of school-aged children and families. Those weather-related cancellations may be affecting some local districts this year. Fox 11's Allison Spotswood has more in this Project Education report.
Extreme cold weather, flooding.
Schools are adding weather makeup days to the 2023 school year.
I would say this year's been nice that we haven't had the really cold weather and not had to call school off due to the extreme cold.
The state of Wisconsin requires at least 437 hours of direct instruction in kindergarten. The code also requires 1,050 hours of instruction in grades 1 through 6 and at least 1,137 hours of instruction in grades 7 through 12. Shawano is one of many districts in northeast Wisconsin that have added time. Monday, April 10th and Wednesday, June 7th will now be full days of instruction for students and staff. In Green Bay School District, May 12th will no longer be a day off of school. The school year could also be extended as late late as June 13th. The district decided this year that it would not substitute virtual learning days because not all students have equal access to technology. A spokesperson from Oshkosh Area School District says, the Oshkosh Area School District is not needing to add any minutes or days to this school year because our process has been for high schools and middle schools to have virtual learning days in the event that schools are closed due to weather. The Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction says it won't know until after the school year which districts statewide added time to the year. Allison Spotswood, Fox 11 News.
To read the state rules about the school instruction time, head to fox11online.com and click on the local tab and find the link within this story. The matter of audio recording devices in Green Bay City Hall takes a new turn.
An outside agency is now getting involved. Coming up, find out who is heading an investigation to see if criminal charges should be filed.
You're watching Fox 11 News at 10 with Michelle Melby, Mark Leland, Chief Meteorologist Patrick Powell, and Fox 11 Sports with Ryan Wing.
An investigation is starting to see if Green Bay City officials violated the law with audio recording devices at City Hall. Brown County District Attorney David Lissay tells us he coordinated with the Green Bay Police Department to have the West Dallas Police Department conduct the probe. In Wisconsin, one party to a private conversation must consent to have the audio recorded. A violation is a Class H felony.
I think the citizens of Green Bay, too, especially would like to know, did their mayor do something that is against the law?
Green Bay Operations Chief Joe Falds tells us the city's security system is lawful and in other public properties. The City Council passed a policy 2 days ago to have the equipment removed.
A preliminary autopsy result on a Marinette woman found dead outside indicates she died of hypothermia. Police say Ruth Alguire was found not breathing March 1st outside of Cottages Senior Living and Memory Care in Marinette, where she was a resident. Marinette police and medical authorities are still investigating.
A person is in custody after a vehicle crashed into a home on Green Bay's east side. It happened on Monroe Avenue just after 10:30 this morning. Police say they were attempting to pull over the driver for speeding. The driver crashed and then attempted to flee, but was apprehended by police and arrested.
At least 7 people are dead in Hamburg, Germany. 2 witnesses report hearing 12 shots. Police say the gunman may be among the dead, but have told residents to remain in their homes.
In Philadelphia today, the president pitched a budget plan to cut deficits by $2.9 trillion over 10 years. Funding would come primarily from tax increases on the wealthy. Republicans are poised to reject the plan, instead demanding budget cuts in exchange for raising the debt ceiling.
Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell was hospitalized for concussion. While at a campaign committee event yesterday, the 81-year-old tripped and fell. He's expected to be released in a few days.
Coming up, we have Patrick Powell back with the latest tracking on Winter Storm Everett.
We're going to hear the latest snow estimates and how the weekend is shaping up.
Winter Storm Everett moving through the state right now. Moderate snow over much of Wisconsin. There are a couple of batches of heavy snow, and then there is some lighter snow where it is still overcoming dry air, far northern sections of the area. But most of eastern and central Wisconsin seeing moderate snow at this point. The snow will continue through the overnight, and it will be heavy at times. I'm expecting 3 to 6 inches of accumulation through the overnight, and then an additional inch tomorrow morning. Severe weather index remains high until about 8 a.m. We are going to see that continue in the high category through the morning drive. Morning drive tomorrow could be very slippery area wide. As we head through the afternoon hours, severe weather index in the moderate category as the snow wraps up and as the streets are still slick. Once all the streets are cleared off, then severe weather index comes back to the low category, probably by mid to late afternoon tomorrow by the time you're done with work. Now, as we head into the weekend, we're going to see another shot for snow coming in Saturday night and Sunday. Right now, snow tracker indicating widespread snow throughout the area. We had some low-level dry air at first that was taking a little while to kind of work through, but that has occurred. And snow has been steadily moving south to north as we've moved through the evening hours. Widespread snow, Fond du Lac, Oshkosh, Manitowoc, Sheboygan, back towards Watoma, Waushara County, up to Wapaka, everything lifting northward. You can see snow around Shawano and Clintonville, Sturgeon Bay, and finally filling in some of those drier areas over the Northwoods where it's just further from the area of low pressure and took a little longer to work in. Snow continues, mainly moderate snow through the overnight hours tonight, even by 3 a.m. It's widespread moderate snow, and it lasts through 6 a.m. with a moderate band right through Green Bay, Manitowoc, and the Fox Cities. That means the morning drive could be difficult area-wide. Winter storm warning in place through the lakeshore counties until noon tomorrow. Winter weather advisory westward, as you head towards central Wisconsin and away from Lake Michigan, and a winter weather advisory for the Door Peninsula. So the vast majority of the area under a winter weather advisory until noon tomorrow with moderate snow, breezy conditions overnight, 4 to 7 inches for most, but 6 to 8 along the lakeshore. That's why there's the winter storm warning in the lakeshore counties. We are going to see the snow tonight and tomorrow morning. Then a bit of a break before the snow comes back in for Saturday night and for Sunday. Temperatures currently sitting in the upper 20s and lower 30s for most of the area. It's a touch warmer in Sturgeon Bay, but even Manitowoc and Sheboygan have fallen back to 32, 33 with the winds coming in off Lake Michigan. It has just taken a little while to cool in those locations. Moderate snow continues to work northward, picking up a little mid-level wave here near Minneapolis and the satellite. That is going to be driving east across Wisconsin overnight, and that's what helps our snow last all the way through the overnight hours tonight. Tomorrow morning, snow heads east. Next storm system moves into the northern plains on Saturday morning. By Saturday afternoon, the snow is moving into western Wisconsin, and Saturday night we'll see some snow showers, but it will mainly be through the day on Sunday as the next wave of low pressure moves through the area. For tonight, though, we continue with moderate snow through 4 a.m. through 6 a.m., but once we get to about 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, the moderate snow will end. The snow will start to break down between 9 and, say, noon. I think 11 or noon, and all the snow is heading out towards the east and will just remain cloudy through the rest of the day tomorrow. Storm totals, it's going to be 4 to 7 inches for just about everybody. Some slightly less totals, lower totals over the far northern sections of the area, and slightly higher in some of the lakeshore counties. That's what I'm expecting. 4 to 7 for just about everybody. An isolated 8-inch total, Manitowoc or Sheboygan counties. Could also see an isolated 8-inch total around Wapaka and Waushara back to about Stevens Point. For tonight, snow, breezy, gusts up to 30 miles per hour, lows falling into the upper 20s for most of the area, far northwest more like low 20s. During the day tomorrow, most morning snow, then cloudy skies, afternoon highs right near freezing, so it's going to stay cold. We're not going to melt off the snow, but it stays cold enough to hold that snow throughout the day. On Saturday, mostly cloudy and high of 32. Snow comes back in Saturday night and through the day on Sunday. Sunday, severe weather index is moderate. We'll have snow showers on and off through the day on Sunday and a high of 33. Then 30 on Monday, 32 Tuesday, and another shot for snow showers Wednesday.
It is a busy little time.
It is, and a lot of those atmospheric rivers that we were talking about that keep bringing storms into California, earlier those were pointed south of us. Now they're coming more across the northern tier of states, so we're getting in on that. And
do you think the snow continuing through the overnight is going to affect the commute tomorrow?
Absolutely. We're between now in the city of Green Bay, they've already been accumulating snow in Oshkosh and Appleton, but in the city of Green Bay, we got about a ½ inch on the ground. We're going to accumulate about 4.5 inches by the time the morning drive starts.
Okay.
An additional 4.5.
All right. Thank you, Patrick. A busy night of basketball going on. Boys state sectional semifinals taking place.
And the girls state basketball tournament getting started today. 2 area teams, Laconia and Michigan, in action. The highlights coming up next.
Now, here's the latest from Fox 11 Sports.
Four area teams entered this weekend with dreams of hoisting a gold ball at state girls basketball at the Resch Center. 2 D4 teams tipping it off tonight. Michigan, the 4 seed, looking to upset top seeded Aquinas. No easy task. They've been #1 in the state all year long. Kaylee Talachka leading the Indians in this one. She goes glass. She had a team-high 14 points, but this one, a little bit of a struggle for Mishikot. Aquinas is really good. Talachka, though, like I said, leading the way. She was 6 of 13 from the field, 14 points, but boy, Aquinas is pretty darn good here. A bucket for Mishikot. That is number 11, Kenzie Rosenau. But like I said, Aquinas number 1 in the state for a reason. Macy Donarski had 21 for Aquinas. Autumn Passel chipped in 24. As Mishikot's season comes to an end, 1 game shy of the state title, they fall 79-55.
We fought hard. The girls did everything I asked them to do from an energy and an effort standpoint, and I just think that we got outplayed, but I don't want to take anything away from my kids and how hard they played the game.
For us, we always felt we were like in the shadow of the 21s, and no offense to the 21s, they're an incredible team, but we always felt like they were like, the spotlight was always on them. So to have this moment where we were the seniors on the team, it was just incredible.
How about last year's runner-up, Laconia, taking on third-seeded Colfax. Spartans up 8 in the first half. Peyton Morgan ahead of the pack for the hoop, and the harm puts them up 11. The lead now 14. Aubrey Leonard slicing her way to the cup for the bucket. She was a perfect 3 of 3 from the field. Laconia getting good contributions from their bench as well. Ava Engel going glass here for 2 of her 9. They were up 16 late in the half. Along with Engel, Molly Dool scoring often off the pine. She slithers her way through the defense for the score. She had 13 off the bench. The lead was 11 at half. Colfax got it to single digits, but Laconia made sure the run ended there. Tierney Madigan led all scorers with 19 points. Laconia back in the title game with the dominant 58-35 victory. On the boys' side of things, teams are 2 wins away from making it to state down in Madison next weekend. First, they have to win tonight in a sectional semifinal. We begin with the top-ranked team in the state in D1, undefeated De Pere taking on Homestead. They've dominated every opponent this year, and they would do the same tonight. Zach Kinzinger, the step-back 3, gives them the 1-point lead, and they wouldn't look back. How about this great backdoor pass? Will Hornseth to Gabe Herman for the lay-in. So many options for the Redbirds. Johnny Kinzinger, the engine of the ship, the pretty driving lay-in here. And then a pump fake, frees himself in the corner for the 3. De Pere cruises 82-53. They will face the winner of our next game as Kaukauna facing off with Marquette. Goes trailing by 8 in the early going. Carson Awe helping make that a bit closer with that 3 from the top of the key, but the Hilltoppers too strong in this one. Nolan Minnesali ahead on the fast break, and look out, the big two-handed stuff. Kaukauna season ends 67-40 defeat. On the other side of the bracket, 12th seed Appleton North taking on Superior. The Lightning starting strong. Drive and kick to Nathan Ramus in the corner. The freshman sees the ball, take a few trips around the sun before dropping. The 3 continued to be the thing. Will Sweeney from the corner here. Give me all 3 of those. Lightning up 11-2. But Superior coming to life thanks to their defense. Trayshawn Sainiger intercepts that pass, takes it the other way for the lay-in. This one went to overtime. Superior ends the Lightning's run 45-42. Notre Dame and West De Pere's first matchup, a 3-point Tritons win. This one just as close. We pick it up in overtime. Notre Dame down 2. Every time they needed a bucket, Emmett Lawton got one. The scoop lay-in forces double OT. Game by 26 for him. Early on in the second overtime, the Phantoms, who were led by Ethan Hex, 23 points. His tough turnaround jumper here puts them up by 2. After Lawton gave Notre Dame the lead back, West De Pere goes down low to Andrew Baumgart, displaying the soft touch to give him the lead back. Last chance for the Tritons. Down 3. Lawton, a chance to force triple overtime, but that 3 won't go. West De Pere wins 65-62 in double overtime. A pair of local conference champs in D3. Top-seeded Xavier, second seed Little Chute. Nobody was stopping the Mustangs' Drew Joten early on. Actually, first that's Carter Engel, the sweet jumper, and then Joten getting to the bucket using the window. Little Chute up by 6. Xavier clawed back to tie it at 22 at half, and then all Hawks in the second. Count the bucket for Tyler Brightman. They're up 6, and then Alex Sherwood dominating the step-back 3 from the corner. That's pure. He missed half the season with an ankle injury, and he's going to deliver the dagger right here off the little bit of a loose play. The dagger. The 22 points for Sherwood. 54-33 Xavier wins. They'll play brilliantly in the sectional final. D4, Crivets, the 2 seed matching up with top seed St. Mary Catholic. Wolverine senior Sean Christensen here. The acrobatic lay-in, pretty stuff. Crivets down 3 early in the first half. Zephyrs increased their lead before half. Daniel Griffith from 3. SMC up 13 before the break. Second half now, they're in control. Cole Uhlenbrock, a corner 3, puts them up 16. Crivets got it down to 3 with heads-up plays like this. Tegan Werner, the rebound, puts it back midair. That is athletic right there, but the Zephyrs a top seed for a reason. Charlie Knacker to the 10 for the finish. 83-67, they win it. They'll get Auburndale in the sectional final. And finally, other side of the D4 bracket, Velders looking to take down Kohler, a 3 versus a 4 early on. Looked like the Vikings going to run away with it. Freshman Will Saraki maneuvering his body for the 10. They're up 12-0. It's 26-19 now. 2 minutes left in the half. The senior and leading scorer Cole Hovey from the corner. Bottoms, they're back up 10, but Kohler chipping away into the deficit. They go on to pull off the comeback. Velders' underdog run ends 65-61. I'm going to go get some water because I'm out of breath, and that's all the basketball we have for today.
We made it to a lot of games.
Yeah, and some great ones, some close finishes.
Double overtime, regular overtime, blowouts, we had everything.
Unreal.
Yep.
All right, we'll be right back with the final check of Everett.
Port, 3.5 inches on the ground already in Oshkosh. It's only been snowing there for about 4.5 hours. So that's pretty good snow. It was coming down hard at times in Oshkosh, and we continue with widespread moderate snow. That's going to last through the overnight. The snow forecast looks right on winter weather advisory for most of the area. There is a winter storm warning along the lakeshore counties where there could be some 7 or 8 inch amounts. But for most of the area, this is going to be a 4 to 7 inch snow. I think just about everybody is right around probably 5.5 inches by tomorrow morning. Check in with Good Day Wisconsin.
Yes, for sure. All right, thanks, Patrick, and thank you for joining us at 10.
And make sure to join Good Day Wisconsin, just like Patrick said. Have a great night.